Hi, welcome. Today we are going to be showing you how to upcycle materials to create this wonderful macrame planter. At Resource Depot we have a kit that has all of the materials that you require. However, you can always go and grab your own upcycled materials, or you can come into our shop and purchase some. The kit contains everything you need except scissors and a ruler. In the kit you will have a bucket that already has holes in it. This is an oatmeal container which will sit perfectly underneath and collect any water. You will have upcycled cording, upcycled wood dowel, and upcycled bits and bobs for your decorations. If you purchased our kit, you will see that one bit of your cord is wrapped in a red twist tie and the other bit of cord is wrapped in a blue twist tie. This is on purpose, as the red twist tie is cut exactly to 11 feet each, and there are 2 of them, and the blue twist ties are cut to 8 feet and there are 4 of them. And the ring that comes with your macrame hanging planter kit, you want to attach it so it's hanging somewhere. And for me, I've attached it to a bar on the roof, but you can attach it in your closet or anywhere else that suits you. And what you want to do is put the 8-foot cords through your hoop so that the ends are as equal as possible. So they're all approximately the same length, like so. The next thing you're going to do is take your 11-foot cords, which are in the red twist tie, and you're going to take one of those cords first, and you're going to put it on the right side, the outside, and you're going to pull all the way down until the front portion of your super long cord is approximately 5 inches longer. You are now going to repeat the same thing, but on the left outermost side. So right here on the left outermost side, you're going to repeat the same thing and pull until the front piece is approximately 5 inches below. So what you end up with is the 2 long ones at the back, the 2 shorter ones at the front, and then all of your 8-footers. The next step here is we are going to be creating a twisting top. That means we are going to be making half square knots. So to create a half square knot, you take the back piece of the 11-footer, so this is the long portion. You are going to make a 4 across, and then you take the long portion of the other 11-foot in front, you loop it around behind, and you pull it all the way through. This will give you what looks like a little pretzel, and then you pull that all the way up and make it nice and tight. You're going to repeat this using the exact same pieces. If it helps here, what I recommend doing is taking your twist tie and actually just tying off the rest of these pieces so that you know not to use them. Because these are the only 2 pieces that we are using right now, and these are the long portions of the 11-footers. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go make a 4, bring this one in front, loop it behind. Make a 4, bring this one in front, loop it behind. As you continue with this process, it is going to start to twist. And that is normal because we are only using the same side as our 4. Later, when we learn a full square knot, you'll see that it will not twist. So now you will have completed the half knots until it is twirled down, and your 11-foot pieces are now the same length, which are approximately 5 inches longer than your 8-foot pieces. The next thing we are going to do is, if you put your twist tie on, you're going to remove it, and you're actually going to separate out 4 strands and add a twist tie. Another 4 strands and add a twist tie. And the extra twist tie that came in your kit, you are also going to add it here. So you have now separated out 3 groups of 4. This is where your ruler comes in. And you are going to measure out 11 inches from the last of your knots and take your twist tie and bring it right down to the 11-inch mark. You're going to do the same thing for all 3 of the strands. The next thing we're going to do is now a full square knot. So what we did up here was a half square knot where we used the left side as our 4 over and over and over again. This time, we're going to do the same thing we did up there. So we have our 4 pieces. We're going to take our left side, make it a 4, bring this strand in front, loop it around back, and pull it right up to our twist tie. Now that is exactly what we did up here. We're going to do a full square knot now. So we're going to take this side, and this side now becomes our 4. This one comes in front, and then it goes behind. Those 2 together make a full square knot. We're now going to do the same thing again. So we start with our left side, we make a 4, this comes in front, loops around back, close. This side becomes the 4, this one in front, loop around back, and close. This is now a double full square knot. We're going to repeat this process across all 3 of our sections. Now you have 3 sets of double square knots, all at 11 inches down. You can now remove your twist ties. And you're going to take your ruler again, and using just one of the cords, you're going to measure down 3 inches. At the 3-inch mark, you're going to grab the second cord from that same bundle, and then you're going to grab 2 cords from an adjacent bundle. So you're still grabbing 4 cords, but you're grabbing 2 from one and 2 from another. You're then going to take your twist tie, and at the 3-inch mark, you're going to tie those 4 together. You're now going to do the same thing with these 4. And then the same thing with the last 4. Now for this step, you're going to do exactly the same thing you did here. So you're doing 3 sets of double knots. You'll want to make sure that you grab the outermost ones, otherwise it twists. Now that you're done, you can undo your twist tie. Now you'll take your bucket, whichever bucket came in your kit, or whichever upcycled bucket you want, and you're going to slide it in so that the top square knots are at the rim and the middle square knots are approximately in the middle. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to gather them underneath so that they're even, and we're going to use one of our extra pieces from our kit. Today, we are going to use yellow. How this works is you take the end of the yellow and put it in with your fingers, loop it up like so, so you have a loop at the bottom and a bit at the top. Then you're going to cross it over and wrap it around. Oops. And then you're just going to keep wrapping it until you feel as though it's thick enough and you like it. That looks pretty good to me, so that's where I'm going to leave it. You then take the end of your rope and you slide it through the loop at the bottom. You pull it all the way through like so. And then you take this piece and you pull it up so that it sucks all the way up. Now you take your scissors, snip, you pull it up just a little bit more so it gets tucked under, snip, then we push it up to the top. Now, if you're a beginner and you feel that this was a success and this is where you want to leave your macrame project, you can leave your macrame project right here. If you wanted to add some extra flair and potentially some artwork at the bottom of your macrame project, this is where we're going to learn a couple new knots. The first new knot that we're going to learn is a constrictor knot. And you're going to take two of your longer pieces, like so. This goes in front, loop it behind, make an X in the front, loop it behind again. You're going to cross it over to this side, and then you're going to put it in between the X. So we're going to put it right in between there. So now you have a constrictor knot. We're going to do the same thing on the other side using another long piece. And now we have two constrictor knots holding our wood together. The next thing we are going to do is loop around our string, hang it over, push it to the side. Bring it in the front, loop it around, push it to the side. So that step brings all of your pieces into the front so that you can better work with them to create your art piece. The first step of our art piece is going to be the exact same that we did, and we're just going to create one full square knot. So just the same as we did before. There's one, there's the other half. We have one full square knot. Then you're going to take the next four and do the same thing. Again, if it helps you to use your twist ties here, you can use your twist ties. So now you have 3 full square knots. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to keep 2 of them off to the side. And you're going to do a full square knot with the next 4. So 2 are off to the side, and you're going to do a full square knot with the next 4. And then another full square knot with the next 4, leaving 2 off to the side as before. Now you're going to take the 4 in the middle and do another square knot. So now you've created a triangle of square knots. The next thing we're going to do is a double basic knot. So you're going to take a long piece and your second piece, just 2 pieces. You're going to create a 4, go behind, you're going to pull up, pull down, and you're going to do it again. A 4 behind, pull up, pull down. Now using the same strand that you've been pulling up and pulling down, you're going to do the same thing over here. So up, down, and as you can see, it starts to create these little loops. The same one, and you're going to do this until you get to the middle piece. So now you get a row like this. You're going to do the same thing, but the opposite on this side. You'll have two pieces in the middle now, and it doesn't matter which one you choose. You can just choose whichever one works. I would recommend doing the same thing again. So when you're done and you have a cute little triangular piece, what you can do now is cut these pieces on a triangle so that they're relatively short, and if you have a wire brush, you can then brush them out. When it's brushed out, it will look like this. Then you can add some of the bits and bobs from your kit to add dangly pieces and feathers and attachments. Here's another example of the same thing, but with different decorations and different thread.